Hello again, good evening. My name is Brandie and welcome to the Crystal Bowl Flow. If you have a pillow handy, maybe a couple pillows, you can use these at any time during the practice to bring the floor to you to add a little bit of cushioning and softness. They're also nice to have handy in Shavasana to place either underneath your neck to support the cervical spine or underneath the knees if you have a sensitive low back. Can just feel yummy. So we'll go ahead and get started in whatever kind of seat feels right for you. And if a seat isn't feeling what you need today, go ahead and find your way to your backs, but allow your body to become comfortable. Starting to get your wiggles out along the way. Beginning to let go of your week. To let go of your Sunday, just any of the hustle and the bustle it may have taken to get here. So maybe you're at your home, maybe in your living room or your bedroom, maybe your garage or backyard. There might be other things going on around you, maybe kids playing or doing homework, maybe dogs or cats walking by, brushing up against you, offering a loving distraction. Maybe there's a partner who's hungry and not really aware of what you're doing and calling out for you. It's just another way to exercise our release of distractions, to exercise our minds as we practice diving inward, letting go of everything that's around us, being reminded that peace starts from the inside. So whether you're laying down or sitting, allow your arms to rest by your side. Maybe take one hand to your belly or one hand to your heart. For just a few moments, start to breathe into your hand. Allowing one arm to be soft, resting on your thigh or the ground. And the other hand to be atop the body, whether that's on your belly or your heart. Just taking a few moments to notice where the air is taking your body. How you fill up with every breath you drink in. And how you return to that starting position as you release the air. Inhaling to find that expansion. And exhaling to come back home to you every time. If one hand is on your belly, one hand is on your thigh, go ahead and switch hands. Same thing if you're laying down and one arm is by your side. Just notice how it feels as you switch to the less dominant arm. Without thinking, we usually take the most dominant hands or arm on top. Start to notice what happens, how it feels when you switch. Just a couple more breaths here, expanding through the belly, expanding through the chest. Noticing how the energy settles as you focus on your breath. One more round, breathing in and out. Slowly releasing your hands to your thighs or beside you if you're laying down. Whether you're seated or on your back, tuck your chin into your chest. Perhaps you rock your head from side to side. And as soon as you decide you've had enough, head and neck come back to center, arms reach overhead. If you're seated, take your hands to your knees, finding a little bit of cat-cow, drawing the heart forward and exhaling to round. And if you're on your back, start to lengthen the arms and legs, stretching out as long as you can, eventually drawing the knees to center. Giving yourself a little rock, a little roll from side to side. Eventually joining us here in our seat. So once you've arrived, we'll go ahead and find stillness. Lengthening the tailbone down, walking our shoulders back so they stack over the head. Taking a big inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. Take a big inhale, breath here. Exhale to twist deep. One more breath. Let it go. Keeping the right hand where it is, left arm reaches over towards the right side of the room. Notice if the shoulders or back are rounding. Sit up tall, big breath in. Exhale, release the hand. Now intentionally round your back, send the shoulders behind you. One more breath here, just as you are. Inhale, release the arms, reach up. Exhale, twist over towards the right. So same thing, other side. Pressing into the hands, sit up tall. Exhale, just look over that right shoulder. Sit up a little bit taller, keep breathing wherever you are. Last one. Keep that left hand where it is. Right arm reaches up and over towards the left side of the room. Finding a nice stretch to the side of the body. Lengthening your tailbone down to encourage a stretch to the low back. One more inhale, reach your fingers a little further to the left. And as you exhale, release the right hand to the left knee. Round your back, tuck your chin. Big breath here, in and out. One more. Let it go. Slowly release your hands. Extend the legs in front of you. Windshield wiper from side to side. Eventually, we'll send the legs one way. Hands walk to the front of the mat. And just start to give yourself permission to get weird, to wiggle. Shake your head, shake your hips. Maybe you rock forward or back, side to side. Coming to find a cat-cow posture. Inhaling to lift the tailbone, drop the belly, heart scopes through the arms. Pressing into the tops of the feet, curl your tailbone under, round the back, press the floor away as you tuck your chin. 2 more times, inhaling to draw the heart forward, open up. Exhale as we round and down. Last one here at your own pace. Draw the belly in as it drops down, opening the heart. Squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, press the floor away, round everything towards the ceiling. Inhale, find your way to a flat back. Start to walk your arms forward. Coming onto the forearms here, brush the toes under, lengthen the legs so the shoulders are over your elbows. We're keeping our hips nice and level. Trying not to sink down. Gaze is just in front of the fingertips. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, release to the knees. Lengthen the arms. Find child's pose. So you can take that again, shifting your weight forward, coming into your forearm plank. Maybe this is enough. If you need a little bit more, start to walk your feet a little closer. Stretching out the back of the legs. Gaze is reaching towards the fingertips. Keep pressing into the forearms, lifting out of your shoulders. One more big breath in. Exhale, release the knees wide, arms reach long. Find child's pose. One more time, just warming up the shoulders. Start to look forward. Pressing into the forearms, lengthen the legs behind you, forearm plank. Or find your dolphin pose. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees wide. Arms reach out, hips sink back. Option to take your hands back behind you, interlace, reach them up towards the ceiling, or maybe just allow the weight of the arms to help stretch out the hips. You can also release the arms along the side of the body. Maybe take your pillow or make a pillow with the forearms, releasing the forehead back down as the hips sink back even deeper. One more breath here. Slowly begin to walk yourself forward, coming back to our tabletop. Hands should be underneath the shoulders here. Start to walk the hands a little bit further. Pressing into the left hand, right arm starts to swing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the shoulder to the earth. Maybe take a pillow underneath of it as we thread our needle, holding here for 5 breaths. Work on shifting the hips back towards center, pressing into that left hand. Option to release the hand, reach it up with the palm, taking it to the small of the back. Or maybe you keep it grounded. Draw your low ribs in, lengthening your tailbone towards your heel. And on your next inhale, walk your left hand back underneath your shoulder, lifting yourself up, find a couple cat-cows to release that energy. When you're ready, we'll walk our hands one more palm print forward. This time, the left arm reaches up. And exhale to thread the needle. Releasing ourselves down on this side. Breathing in. Breathing out. If you like, you have the option to reach that right arm up with the palm, take the hand to the small of the back. Breathing here, perhaps you keep it extended and reaching forward. Slowly take your hand back underneath your shoulder, add weight to your hand, lift yourself up, finding a couple cat-cows. And on your next exhale, brush your toes under, go from a cat to a dog. Breathing into the back of your body. Find a bit more fluid movement, and then we'll slow things down quite a bit. Breathe here. If you've got a friend or a partner available, perhaps they grab a hold of your hips and draw the hip bones up towards the ceiling and then press the heels towards the earth. Big breath. Pressing into the fingertips, start to walk the hands all the way back towards the feet. Bending into your knees, grab for opposite elbows, tuck your chin. Perhaps you stay like this or you sway the body from side to side. Inhaling to rise. All the way to stand, arms reach up and overhead. Interlace the hands together behind the back of the head. Open up through the elbows. Exhale, bend into the knees, round and tuck. Release the arms, walking the hands out, coming into beast pose. So from plank pose here, we'll bend into the knees, hovering them just a couple inches away from the mat. Extend the left leg back, pressing the heel away like you're pressing it into a wall that doesn't exist. Take a big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, lengthen that opposite leg. Shift your shoulders forward, just past the wrist, keep pressing that heel behind you. Inhale and exhale, downward dog. One more breath. Take it that one more time, bend into the knees, walk the hands towards the feet. If you'd like this time, maybe you take your peace fingers around your big toe, pressing your thumb into the big toenail as you bend into the elbows, draw the pit of the belly in, inhale, find length. Exhale, draw the belly in, release deeper. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Taking the hands to the tops of the feet, slowly self-massage up the tops of the legs. Coming around the sides of the thighs to the kidneys, pressing the hands into the low back, elbows draw behind you, lift your heart. Exhale, bend into the knees, find a fold. Let the upper body be heavy for one breath. And we'll slowly begin to walk ourselves forward. Same thing here. Shifting your weight forward into plank, coming down so the knees hover just a few inches away from the mat. Extend that right leg back this time. Shift the shoulders forward, keep pressing that heel away. Inhale, inhale. And exhale, switch sides. One more big breath. And exhale, release. Super short down dog. Shifting your weight back into plank, release down to the knees. Shift your weight forward so the shoulders are just over the wrist. Hug the elbows in as tight as you can. Lower all the way down to your belly. Walk the legs back if you need to. Hands come back behind you. Interlacing them at the small of the back. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows. Maybe you just turn your pinkies in and imagine the hands are reaching for one another. Start by pressing the big toes into the mat. Pressing your pelvis into the mat and pulling your belly in like you're trying on some pants and they're a little bit too tight. Lift up a little bit higher. Now rock from side to side. Reach to the right. Come back to center. Reach to the left. Back to center. Lift a little higher. Reach to the right. Inhale. Come back to center. Reach to the left. Inhale. Come back to center. Lift the legs. Draw the shoulders back. Look slightly down so your neck is long. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders. Hug the elbows in, knees come wide. Sink it back for child's pose. Breathing here. In and out. Pressing into your fingertips. We'll start to lift ourselves up, coming to sit on our heels with nice wide legs. Once you've arrived, and of course if this isn't comfortable, you can take your pillow, maybe a block underneath the tailbone. Once you arrive, step nice and tall. Take a big inhale, arms reach out to the side like a T, but be dramatic. Bend into the elbows, lift your chest, look up. And as you exhale, round your back, grab your shoulders, tuck your chin. Inhale, open the arms, and as you exhale, switch the cross, hug it out. One more time each side, inhale, be dramatic, be extra, open up. Exhale, find some love. One more time, inhale, share your love with the world. And as you exhale, scoop some back up, hold it in for you. Inhale, release the arms, reach up. Taking your right hand behind you, press into the mat or a block, lift your hips if that feels okay. Half circle over to the other side. Swaying here from right to left, maybe you linger for a few breaths on one side. Maybe you take one breath per side. Start to notice what your hips are requesting. Maybe you take a little bend into your elbow to work on the lats. When you're ready, come back to center, send the legs one way. And out in front of us. Scooch a little closer to the heels, and we'll come down onto our backs. So we're going to take a nice bridge pose here. If you'd like, you can take it supported. The next few postures are going to be held for about 3 minutes each, and I'll play the bowls while we do it. So I'll show you how to get set up here. Whether you'd like to find a traditional bridge pose where you use your own body weight to lift your hips. You can press into the feet, sending the hips high. Or maybe you take a bolster, a block, or a pillow for a slight elevation of the hips here to help release the low back muscle. And while you rest here, I'll begin to play the bowls. Staying here in this bridge posture. For just a few minutes. Breathing in. Slowly remove our pillow or our block and let the hips release down towards the ground. Walk the feet away from each other so the knees come together in the center of the mat. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Pausing here, noticing the effects on your low back. One more breath. Bringing the feet back to center. Left leg extends. The knee can stay bent if that's better for your body. We'll draw the right knee in towards the chest. So notice here if this simple act of drawing the knee into your chest has lifted your shoulders. Can you relax them down, softening them into the earth? Start to draw the leg a little closer to your chest. Give yourself a big inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to draw this right leg so far over towards the left side of the room. Watching out for any microphones or propsicles in the way. We're going to come into a half frog. So half frog is essentially a splat posture where your pelvis and belly are towards the ground, your chest is towards the ground, and your right leg is at a 90-degree angle, so the hip and knee are in line, but the knee is also in line with the ankle. Before you rest down, you can grab your pillow forever. Maybe snuggle in tight. If you're not feeling sensation, lengthen the tailbone down towards your heels. If you need more than that, you can take a pillow underneath your knee and your foot. Close your eyes and rest. About 1.5 minutes on each side here. Breathing into your head. Breathing into your thigh. Take one more breath just as you are in your half frog posture. And as you exhale, roll back to where you started with your right knee into your chest. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, draw the right knee to the left side for a traditional twist. Hips stack one on top of the other. And allow your gaze to release towards the right hand. Breathing here into this twist. Just about a minute. We're not forcing anything. We're not actively bringing out the spine. We're simply being a body and allowing gravity to take over. Keep breathing. Slowing things down. 2 more breaths in this twist. Use your next exhale to come back to center with the knees drawn into your chest. Maybe you stay here, rocking from side to side, or using your hands to actually draw circles with the knees to deeply massage the low back. When you're ready, we'll just take that all over to the other side, extending the right leg this time and simply drawing the left knee towards your chest. Relaxing the shoulders down, just becoming aware of what's going on here. You can keep the eyes open or closed. Wherever you are, take a big breath. Let it go. 2 more. Inhale again. We'll use our exhale to roll over towards the right, finding our half frog here on this side. Pausing here. Just resting. Again for about 1.5 minutes. me drawn into your chest. Take a big inhale, and we'll use that exhale to send the leg back over towards the right, but not quite as far. Just a normal twist. You can close your eyes as you relax the head and neck over towards the left hand. Breathing again. Drawing your knees into your chest. Maybe you take the soles of your feet together, let them splay out. When you're ready, keep the knees splayed out, release the heels down to the ground. One hand to your belly. One hand to your heart. Closing your eyes. Just a few minutes. Noticing the energy as it radiates through your body. Connecting with the parts of your body that are touching the earth. And allowing your breath to lift the remaining begins to cover your entire body, surrounding you with loving energy, keeping you safe and protected here. As you continue to breathe, notice how this light expands past your body, reaching anyone in your home, any powerful energy washing over your body. Feelings of bliss and lightness, joy and serenity flowing through every cell of your being. You can stay where you are as long as you'd like. But when you're ready, begin to extend your arms and legs out, taking any little wiggles along the way. Maybe you squeeze your hands and your feet, feeling that energy radiate up the arms and the legs. Feel your shoulders bunching up behind you. Squeeze every muscle in your face. Everything lifts. And with an exhale, release it all. Taking the remainder of this time just for you. I'll begin to play the bowls. But if you'd like to rest longer, you're welcome to pause the video or simply stay here towards the end. This last little bit of time is just for you. Shavasana. When you're ready to bring life back to your body, begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, taking your head from side to side, making circles with your wrists or your ankles. You can stretch your legs long, reach your arms overhead, and when you're ready, draw everything back to center. Rocking from side to side. Rolling over to the left or the right for just a moment. Eventually finding your way to a tall seat. Hands come to your heart center. Chin tucks to your chest. May you know love. May you see love. May you be love. With all of the goodness and the joy that exists within my own heart, I not only see, but I deeply treasure the same goodness and the joy that lives within each of you. Thank you for taking the time to relax your body and quiet your mind. It's been an absolute pleasure to guide you through this practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Happy Sunday, we made it. Thank you again for tuning in, and for those of you who are keeping your memberships and donating, we appreciate it so much. You guys are the lifeblood. You are keeping the studio running. You are keeping these live streams happening. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Katie at 9 a.m.